from sportschatplace.com and pickdogs.com. It is Monday, July 13th, 2020, here with your Mondays with Mitch segment. Mondays, I've been flying solo throughout the COVID stoppage, sportpocalypse, however you want to talk about it. I've been going solo. You guys know every other day of the week I've had the Puck Dogs and Steve Monahan with me, and hats off to those guys. Chris Ruffalo, Rod Zawacki, Steve Monahan, Jeff Jeter, for being with me regardless, pretty much rain or shine, sports, no sports, something to talk about, nothing to talk about, whatever. We've just kept going. We don't stop, and we don't look for excuses to not do stuff. We don't say, oh, we took a little time off, or we don't say, well, we didn't want to put any money into our business, when we can't make money out of our business. We never started this business making money, and we never really started it in that way at all. So really not a lot new for us in that area. And, we know if we continue to do what we do, we can maintain the lifestyle that we have and even go beyond it. Because you guys seem to get what we do. And, today's show, I just want to talk about what makes Sports Chat Place and Pick Dogs different, kind of on those, on that same, line, on that same, level, kind of just saying, there's tons of sports handicapping sites out there. Some that have been there, before Sports Chat Place, some that a lot that have come after, right? Some, a lot that have come before Pick Dogs, and even a couple that have come after. But what makes our sites different than all those other sites out there? Why do we get, 3 to 5 million readers a month, and they get, if they got 300,000, they'd be, ecstatic. Why does that happen, and what makes us different, and why we think, what we try to do differently than what they do, and it's intentional. It's 100% intentional. I know people will say to me, even in the comments here, oh, you should see this guy, and you should see this guy, and you should see this guy. It's 110% intentional as to why we're not doing it like those other guys do it. And, number one, all of the ideas and all the things that we do at Sports Chat Place and Pick Dogs are original. These are all my ideas or ideas that have come from our audience. We listen to our audience, and I say it to other people in other areas too, not just in sports and sports betting. I say it to people all the time. Listen to your audience. These are the people that you're trying to reach. These are the people that you talk to. You can't do everything that they want. They would want, everything for free, and they would want you to, basically be six of you. And, while we could try to do that, probably isn't the best for the long-term health of what we do. So, personally, professionally, or, as a business, it just not in the best interest. But at the same time, a lot of the ideas that come from the public, we're talking, millions and millions of people that visit Sports Chat Place every year. If 3 to 5 million people a month see our sites and our videos and things like that, which actually it's more than that, right? It's more like in the 5 to 7 range at this point. That's almost 800 million people a year, right? How crazy is that, right? I'm not saying 800 million different people, you can even take that in half and say 400 million people, or 200 million people see our website or our videos every year. A lot of them have ideas and suggestions. It's like, maybe some of these ideas are really good. So we try a lot of them. I listen to every one of them. Every email that is sent to me, every comment on Facebook, everything, I read every single one of them. I've been offered email services by people all the time, every day. I have a call with, some of these companies. They don't just offer email, they offer other things. And it's like, that's what you have to kind of dig in. But it's like, I have a call with the company tomorrow that does something similar. And it is I can't let other people do my email and determine what's important and what isn't. Because to me, any email from anybody is important unless it's just straight spam. And yeah, I got plenty of that too, right? We all do, right? Straight spam. What's the worst, what's the difference to me? What's the difference between spam and getting on a list that you like bought a product or something and you never actually signed up for their mailing list, but now you're on their mailing list? Or, even there's a lot of different things. You sign up for one mailing list and then they sell you to a bunch of other ones. I went to an online conference about live streaming, about doing this. And you guys have seen, we've taken our game up. Not just me, but the Puck Dogs as well, right? Everyone has new lighting and new cameras and all kinds of stuff going on, new microphones, right? Everyone sounds and looks a lot better than they did. We're not perfect. We're not even close, right? But, we're a lot better than we were before the COVID stoppage. We've used this time, and I'm not just spewing that we've used this time. You can see it. I mean, look at this compared to the picture that it was. And maybe tomorrow or later on in the show or something, I'll show you guys what it used to look like before the COVID stoppage. And it wasn't nearly this good. The picture wasn't this good. The lighting wasn't this good. The background wasn't as good. There's nothing, that was nearly as good as the way we do it now. And the same for all the guys that are on the show. But anyways, I went to this online conference, and it's like, not only was the conference just horrible, right? It was horrible. And it was actually, the weird thing was, it was sponsored by our friends from Ecamm, whose software we use and we love, right? So it was like, wow, it's Ecamm, it's going to be awesome. It was terrible. And that, to make matters worse, like, there were some of the speakers at the conference that were really good, but a lot of them were just terrible. I can't buy into people that don't stand behind what they're saying. It's like, if you're going to have a conference on live streaming, shouldn't the sessions be live? I mean, it's kind of like, you're going to talk about live, but you're not going to do it live. It's like, what the hell is that? So, like, number one, they lose my interest right out of the gate on something like that. But anyways, they give out my email to every speaker at the entire online conference. And they're not even speakers. They're just people that recorded a video, right? I mean, let's face it, if you're not speaking live, you're not speaking, you're just a video, right? And that's exactly what they did. And they gave out my email to everyone. And they all sent me an email. It's like, it is ridiculous, and we never give out your email. We never sell your email. We never do anything like that. But it's like, what's the difference between, getting an email from a person like that and spam? To me, there's no difference at all. It's the same thing. It's unwanted email. But so that's the stuff that it's like, obviously, I wouldn't want in my email. But anything that comes from you guys, I always read it. And everyone knows that a lot of times I'll email back and I'll say, hey, you should post this in the Facebook group because this is a question that a lot of people would want the answer to. So that's how we reach even more people at once. It kind of like, instead of me having to answer the same question in 100 different emails, I can say it once in the Facebook group and everyone can see it. And that's the whole concept behind that. I like to communicate in the Facebook group. I don't post links to articles in our Facebook group. I do that on our Facebook pages. I don't do it personally. My nephews do it. They go to Ohio State. They're twins, and they need some work. And I figure I need someone to post those articles to social media. They do it for me, and that's pretty much the way that it works these days. But the thing about that is that we never post links to articles in our Facebook group. Our Facebook group is our community. We didn't invite you to our Facebook group to pump our articles. We're hoping that our articles are what got you to our Facebook group, that you want to be part of our community because what we present on our websites. I mean, it's a very simple concept. Very few out there seem to be able to get it. Social media. We generally don't spam in our social media. We don't promote pics. We don't try and get salesy in our social media. It's social. It's a way that we can interact with our audience. Social media, we use different forms. I use live streaming. I'm going to have this on a podcast. We have, the websites. We have regular YouTube video. We're on Twitter. We're on whatever, Periscope, we're on, you name it. We're on all the different forms of media out there. We're not on TV or radio, but we could be if we want to. And I'm not saying that we're going to be. I'm not saying that we're not going to be. I'm saying it's out there. It's not really an area that we need to be in right now. So we're still, we just got Sports Chat back in February, so we're kind of still plodding through this mess that we have to deal with, undoing just a stack of garbage that we were handed back after some people went in there and just decided that they thought that they knew what they were doing when it was crystal clear they didn't. But the thing is that a lot of our best ideas come from audience suggestions. Our readers, our viewers, I call you guys my friends. It's like if any of you have ever said in there, hey, I'm going to be in Vegas, I'm at the sports book, whatever. I normally show up. I bring you a couple shirts, and I don't just say hello and good, whatever, drop it off. If you have time, we hang out. If you don't have time, we don't hang out. But it's like it's like just because we didn't hang out that time doesn't mean we won't hang out another time. And generally, I'll go out of my way to do it. I'm not in Vegas as much, obviously, as I used to be. But that doesn't mean I won't be in the future. So and on this note, we win, we lose, it happens. We're always accountable, and that is a big deal for me. Is that we always show up. It's like we don't discount our losers. If anything, we discount our winners. We're just like, well, today's a new day, right? We say whether we win or lose, and we win a lot. So it's a lot of times it's like we don't pound our chest enough like the other guys do. So it kind of makes us a little bit different than everybody else. But I will say that when you see a lot of the guys out there, and we could name specific people if you really want to hear them, but you guys know who they are. When you see it on our site first, like Tony George at Doc's Picks, right? He sat there in this, green screen crap that he was sitting there in, and then all of a sudden, one day he starts to show up with stuff like this in the background, right? Because Mitch is doing it, Tony's going to do it. I love Tony. He's a great guy, but I certainly wish that those guys would come up with their own idea just once, because it's like, they didn't do free picks every day. I do free picks every day. Now they got to do free picks every day. I do YouTube videos. They got to do YouTube videos. I do live show. They got to do live show. I do this. I do that. It's like, come on. It's like, come up with an original idea. Just be a man. Man up. Put on the big boy pants and your thinking cap. Right? It's like, I don't understand it. So we don't imitate other people. We are who we are, and we let them try and imitate us. But I think like what Chris said, you can't imitate real, and I think that's what we are. We're real. And I think that's the difference, another difference between us and the other guys. What you see from a lot of the other sites, and especially the bigger they get, they sit there and they have these studio setups or these green screens, right? I mean, how phony baloney is a green screen? I'm standing in a sports book, right? But there's nothing moving behind me like a regular sports book, which is, less and less action than it used to be because of the apps, right? And, even pre-COVID, there's a lot less activity in the sports books than there used to be. It's just the way of the world. Right now, it used to be you had to go to the sports book, you put your money at the window, they give you a ticket, right? And then you go back and then you got to cash the ticket. So they get you into the casino a few different ways. And, that's the whole idea of that. But now it's like they have the apps, right? So it's like you don't even need to go into the casino. You can deposit by credit card. You can withdraw at an ATM, or you can go to the casino to withdraw from the app. You can do it either way. We advertise for a lot of these companies on our odds page right now, and we'll be advertising for them more in other places as well. On our website, it's what keeps the doors open and what keeps the articles coming and pays for all these guys. Nobody works for free at Sports Chat Place or at Pick Dogs. We don't have one person that works for free. I know some of the other shows and some of the other guys on YouTube or their live shows and stuff like this, they have guests that come on and they basically say, well, you'll get more exposure if you come on our show, especially, which is weird since a lot of these shows, people, they don't even watch, right? It's like you see it and they have like, nobody watching the show. So it's like, what kind of exposure is that? All of our guests are paid. The Puck Dogs, they love what they do, but they're paid, and Steve Monahan, he loves being on the show. He's paid. None of those guys are paid life-changing money to be on the show. I can tell you that. I write the checks, right? So none of them are paid life-changing money. I just give them something to let them know that they're appreciated and they don't have to work for free. The shows themselves don't bring in income, not a lot. And, the costs of the show way over the direct cost versus the direct income of the show. The costs are way higher. They just are, right? It's just the nature of the beast. But everything else that leads to it, we build this community, we build this trust, and everything else. You guys come to the website. Some people buy some stuff, they do some stuff, whatever. It always, they click on something, they sign up for a sports book, they do something like that. We make some money. You can go to the website and look at the different things. Ruffalo always says that whatever soccer games are out there, we have a pick on both websites for every game on the board. So I don't know if Ruffalo wrote just one article, but I doubt it. But we have articles on every game every day. So if you go to Pick Dogs and at Sports Chat, we have articles on every game there. So I would doubt that Ruffalo has just one article. I would highly doubt it. If you went to the tab, it's a drop down under other sports, it says soccer. Just all the soccer picks are listed there. But yeah, I think that what we do here is different. We've always been different. So there's your answer. He does only have one game. Who is that in that picture? That's what I want to know. Who in the hell is that in that picture? It's Ruffalo with the hippie haircut. That's what that is. Anyways. So, like I said, we do things just a little bit differently. Not in a lot of cases, a lot differently. I think a lot of the other sites are more in-your-face sales. We do have the new premium area that's open. It's a multi-capper site. It's our first time having a multi-capper site directly with Sports Chat Plays. I used to own Picks and Parlays. They have a multi-capper site. I founded the site. I financed the site. I built the site. I had a partner. Not allowed to mention him or his name, but I guess since I mentioned Picks and Parlays, I can mention it. It's not derogatory. My partner was Craig, and we built Picks and Parlays. We had 50-50 ownership, but when it came to putting up the money to build the site, I put up 100%, and Craig paid me back as a loan. That's not derogatory. That is a fact. And also, I taught him how to get traffic and everything. I had Sports Chat Place beforehand. I was getting traffic. I kind of taught him some of the things, not everything, obviously, but some of the things, and able to get that site off the ground. But irrelevant. We had Sports Chat Experts, which was just basically a reskin of that other site. But now we have our own multi-capper site. And Ruffalo, once again, yeah, there's a bunch of games there today. He has 4 games today. Yeah, there was a bunch today. There wasn't just 2 games today. Yeah, we don't judge people by how much money they spend with us or anything like that. Everyone is equal. I treat you guys all the same. Whether it be good or bad, it kind of depends on what mood I'm in. Most of the time, I like to think that it's good. But speaking of that, with the new Pick Dog shirts, these are, if you spend $100 within a 30-day period at either Pick Dogs Premium or Sports Chat Place Premium, I'll send you a T-shirt. If you're a yearly customer from our other Pick Dog site, your remaining subscription will be carried over, or monthly if you had time left on a purchase subscription at our Pick Dogs Premium. Just shoot me an email, mitch@pickdogs.com or mitch@sportschatplace.com, and I will make sure that you guys are extended for the exact amount of time that you paid for. There's no more recurring subscriptions, I believe. So you'll just get it. Maybe there are. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask our tech team. But we're really excited. It's weird. I looked on the schedule today, and in the back end of the site, it kind of lists the schedule of the upcoming games and stuff. We get this from outside sources. And I see those Clippers, Lakers, and Hornets, and I typed in our group chat for all of the people that work at Sports Chat and Pick Dogs. I type in there and I said, I sent a screenshot of it with the schedule in the site, and I sent a little note and it said, I will never take a Hawks-Hornets game for granted ever again. And I think that's how we all feel, is that we've took a lot of things in life for granted. And now we realize what it's to be without. It's kind of like the NFL when you didn't watch all the games you could have watched and all the Monday Night Football you could have watched, and then Monday Night Football's over, right? You're kind of just like, what do I do now on Mondays, right? And that's kind of what we've all been. But I would need to remember what that is if you signed up for Spread Knowledge, but we never got to March Madness. See, that was the original idea, is that we were going to do that March Madness, but we never got to March Madness. But we could figure something out. If you have an active subscription to Spread Knowledge for 2 months or something, I'll give you a t-shirt. Same thing. No, it's all good. No, if I said something, I'm going to do it. Whether it costs me, $10,000, which it will, or it doesn't. But we'll figure it out. The thing is, I've done most of the t-shirt giveaways that I've done in the past, like the ones that I'm wearing right now, the Sports Chat. I just said, shoot me an email, I'll send you a t-shirt. Right now, because I didn't have Sports Chat for all those months, and because Pick Dogs, I paid for everything on it, including the writers and everything else, all out of my own pocket. It's hard for me to justify a giveaway without some sort of call to action from the audience. It's like, I'm willing to give t-shirts. I mean, most people, it's like you buy the picks, you get the picks, right? And it's like, I'm willing to give you a t-shirt on top of that. We'll figure something out. We'll give away other t-shirts too to people that don't buy picks. We'll figure it out. I mean, most people are going to end up with a shirt. You guys have seen me walk this, down this path before. That's just the way that it works. I mean, these are cool, right? We had to change a little bit. This is the third different Pick Dogs logo that we've had. We had to change a couple things on this logo for the screen printing. And I'll point out what these are because we've got nothing to hide. If you look at this guy behind me and on my hat, but if you look at this guy right here, you can see his nose is like a dark black. On here, it's like a lighter white. Okay, so that's one difference. Okay, the other difference, and it's not on that one, but it's on this one, the mouth is red, and you can't even see it. That's how small it is, and you wouldn't be able to see it much on here either. The mouth is red. On here, it's just blacked out. The gums. That is the two differences between this logo and this logo. This logo obviously is a cut logo, and it's just used because it fits in different things. Yeah, just buy some premium picks. This way you get some premium picks and you get a t-shirt. You don't need to, we're not selling the shirts on their own. But if you buy some premium picks, we'll send you a shirt. This way you get some picks or, whatever. Ruflo says his Pick Dogs has a beer gut, but actually it doesn't. He's got a regular one. No, these shirts are not for sale. We'll figure something out if you guys want to buy them, but it's like I feel weird selling them, but we can sell them. We have tons. We have every size all the way up to 4XL. If you think so, then you send me an email and I'll check with Charles. No problem. You know me. No problem. I'm pretty easy, right? If you think so, you'll have to look in the premium area. They're different. They range. We have a premium area on the site. You click premium picks. It's brand new on this website. There's all different prices, all different packages. But I would say that not everything is up yet. I would wait until at least NBA starts or Major League Baseball. I think on these, by who? 10 best lineups in baseball. By who? That's really the question. To me, the 10 best lineups in baseball will be decided after the season, after it's over. Yeah, the idea of the spread knowledge giveaway for the shirts was that we were going to do it for March Madness, and Charles was going to, chip in and do it with me, but he didn't, and that's okay. He will if I ask him. I know he will, right? I mean, I'm 110% sure that he will do it. So we could do it that way, or we'll do it. We'll find a way. We always find a way. We always find a way to get our shirts and hats and everything to everybody that wants one. Right now, we don't have hats. I would like to get hats. Hats are a little bit more of a pain in the ass because they're just a little bit more expensive. The hats that I had for Sports Chat Plays, I don't like because they're not hats that I would wear out. Like these hats I like, but these are like $26 a piece. For me to give them out at $26, times, 1,000, be 26,000 plus the mailing. It's a pretty high cost for something like that. Normally, like these shirts, they cost less than $10. I want to start doing spread knowledge this week for soccer. I've been wanting to do it for a while. It is back up and running. Maybe what I'll do is I'll do a test show with you guys. I need to work on my screen share. I'm not comfortable with the screen share function of the software. But I did it the way that I used to do it was with using a different way of doing it. And that way we could still do it that way, as well. But I think I want to do this fancy version, and I'm almost scared to try it. But we can try it. Good morning and welcome to the show. We've been talking a lot about what makes us different from the other sites and trying not to put down the other guys, that's for sure. But I'm just calling them out and what it is. It's like, we're focused on, we do this because we love it. We make money as a byproduct of doing what we do. A lot of people do not understand that. I know that. People, I've been called stupid. And if I haven't been called stupid to my face, I've been treated like I was stupid because of it. But the reality of it is that you guys haven't treated me like I'm stupid. Yeah, Mitch is stupid. He lives in Maui, Hawaii, and goes surfing and plays golf all the time. Yeah, he's stupid. He must be stupid. Drives a really fancy car and lives in a nice house. Same guy. They always was, Same thing. You wouldn't know him any different if you ran into him on the street anywhere else. And that's pretty much what it is. But I don't know. Well, if you go to Spread Knowledge and use the discount code Mitch, they ask you for a code. Spreadknowledge.com. And I don't think I have it. But I can get that. My link for Spread Knowledge. But spreadknowledge.com, they ask you for your code and use Mitch. I've done the tour of the house before. It's pitch black right now outside, so it's not really ideal time to do it. I can't with the way that everything is set up now. I'm hard coded in. So I can't pick up the laptop like I used to and walk around the place. I guess I can. I could just do the show from the laptop. I could do it. We could do it, but it's like I can't do it at this time because it's pitch black outside, and I'd want to walk you guys outside because that's really the cool part of our house. But yeah, a lot of people think that I'm stupid. I know that. Thanks. I love the Pick Dogs logo too. And I think that when a lot of my competitors saw the Pick Dogs logo, they really hated it because they were scared. I think that's what happened. When they saw uh-oh, not only is Mitch back, he's also got a cool logo now. It's like, uh-oh. Oh, man. It's fun being the outsider, right? It's like I've never been an insider in the handicapping business. I have friends, in the handicapping business, and I know that, and I like them all, but it's like I've always been somewhat of an outsider. in the business. First, I was an outsider because we were too small, and now I'm an outsider, because people are afraid of me, and that's okay, And other people, like I said, they talk because I'm not in that group, so they can talk about me when I'm not there, and they think I'm stupid because not every little thing I do is built around making money, because I don't really care that much about the money. The money is, I've got plenty, and it's, it just doesn't seem to stop coming in. So, I think we're all good. And, we have other people on our team that, will help us with other ways, but I don't ever want to sell you guys something for the sake of selling you something. I want to sell you something that you want, something that you would use anyway, a better version of it, things like that. That makes sense. But the other stuff, forget about it. I'm not going to also sit here and copy someone else's ideas and just talk like it's a normal day. That's stupid, right? You want to talk about stupid? That looks stupid. Or stand in front of a green screen. And pretend I'm have people think that I'm standing in a sports book or something. I mean, you want to talk about stupid? That's stupid. That's really stupid. It's like you see Scott Spreitzer and Wade put like this background on him. I mean, Scott's like, he's a legend, right? And it's like, Wade puts him like in the clown show, like with the background of a sports book. Like people believe that Scott's in the sports book. No one believes it. It looks like you're in front of a green screen. That's what it looks like. And nothing's moving behind you. Might as well have something cool, because that's not cool. It's not even close. That's why we don't do it. But anyways, oh man, got a lot of sports coming up. Like I said, so it's July 13th and baseball starts on the 23rd. We're 10 days away. 10 days. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to start giving out picks. I'm excited to start doing the dog of the day again. I'm excited to start doing the spread knowledge picks and videos like no one's business, right? Enough videos to make everybody scared. Anyways, this is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. Any comments, questions, anything like that, hit us up in the Facebook group. Of course, you guys know how to reach me with any other questions. But if it's a question that you think a lot of people might be interested in, always ask it in the Facebook group. It's always just easier because this way I don't have to send out 100 emails and you answer it once, everyone kind of sees it, and people are going to ask the same question. I know that. It's like I've been doing this for 14 years. I know that people are going to ask the same question over and over again, and it's okay. Like, how do I get to spread knowledge? It's like you type into Google spread knowledge. It'll take you to spread knowledge. You put in, ask you what your coupon code is. Mitch, I know I have a specific link that takes everyone to spread knowledge. I know that, and I will get that for you guys. And from now on, when I talk about spread knowledge, I will have that to put in the comments. But anyways, this is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. Love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow with the boys.